It's like no matter how hard I work to conquer a plane, I'll never be Jace, you know?
Tell me more about that.
He's younger than me, more talented, better looking. It feels terrible to be inferior to your peers.
A lot of people feel that way.
I feel like my spark is burning out. I've given all of myself to reanimating corpses who never so much as thank me for their undeath. I need some me time. I deserve it.
You should treat yourself to something special.
Something special?
Like take a trip somewhere.
Somewhere special.
With a staggering 4,500 competitors, Grand Prix Las Vegas is the largest trading card game tournament ever held. It is a rare chance for Magic players to play with the highly anticipated Modern Masters expansion, a set of some of the most sought-after cards from throughout Magic's history. It's your first Grand Prix ever. It's the biggest Grand Prix of all time, the biggest tournament for any trading card game ever. Is it intimidating, or are you guys embracing the challenge?
You know, in that it's so big, I know that I can't possibly be alone here. There has to be countless people that are where this is their first Grand Prix. And there's people of all different experience levels, and it's slightly intimidating due to the sheer volume of people. But other than that, like, people have been extremely nice, and things have been running pretty smoothly this weekend as well.
What was it that drew you to come to this event?
Well, I mean, news that this was going to be the largest Magic tournament of all time sort of made it something you couldn't pass up if you had a chance to go. And it's just been epic mayhem here. So, I mean, it was kind of a no-brainer, I think.
Definitely worth the trip, you think?
8-hour drive, yeah. I mean, yeah, absolutely.
With 10 of Magic's beloved illustrators on hand, Grand Prix Las Vegas gave fans a great opportunity to meet the people whose pictures bring the game to life. Alright, I'm here with Tom BAXA, who is an artist who has done many pieces of art for Magic the Gathering, including a card that I cracked in my very first booster pack of Modern Masters, Festering Goblin, an old favorite of mine. Can you tell me what the process was like when you were making this image?
Yeah, sure. As you know, we get art orders from Wizards of the Coast. So for this card, it was fairly straightforward. They wanted a goblin that had been infected, diseased, to be leaving the city. So that's what I focused on. And I love doing the zombies and that kind of stuff. So I made him kind of pussy and bloated and pieces falling off.
So for a zombie goblin, he looks kind of cut. He's got some bicep muscles going on there. I mean, do you think he's worked out?
Yeah, well, I think he was supposed to be kind of a hulked up goblin. And so I made him a little bulkier, and that gave me a little more flesh to rot. So that's always a good thing.
I have to ask you about one of my favorite cards of all time, also one of my fiance's favorite cards, Relentless Rats. She's got a relentless rats deck. I think she fell in love with the card when she saw it. They're really nasty, these rats. I mean, one of them has an eyeball in its mouth. I mean, was the eyeball a choice of yours, or did some depraved person at Wizards of the Coast tell you that you needed to have an eyeball in the mouth of a rat?
No, I picked that one out. Like I said, I like to make it gruesome whenever I can without going overboard. If you look at the card closely, there's a victim, a dead body kind of floating in the sea of rats. So that almost got cut, but I was able to keep that in there.
Love is in the air here at Grand Prix Las Vegas as Jess and Greg just got married here. They flew in from Ohio on Friday, got married on Saturday, and now they're here playing Magic together on Sunday. So let's get right to our Walking the Plains newlywed game. First question. Jess, what planeswalker do you think Greg described you as?
I think Chandra.
Oh, he called you Elspeth. I think he maybe thinks you're a little bit more of a goody-goody than a red-hot, naughty planeswalker.
Maybe.
Next question. What's the craziest place you've ever played Magic in?
The kitchen counter.
Greg says on the couch. You say the kitchen counter. I'm going to say kitchen counter is a crazier place to play Magic.
Yeah, it is.
Jess, I asked Greg which creature type in Magic most reminds him of his mother-in-law, your mother. What do you think he said?
I said a shapeshifter. She's really good at fitting herself into every kind of situation, so that's what I said.
Greg, what did you say? Oh. He said hag.
Oh, I thought you might say like goblin. That hurt my feelings. Okay, all right.
That's brutal.
I see. Well, there's not very many creature types that would not be an insult, I feel like. Right?
It's true. I guess hag is still pretty bad. Gavin, when you're working on Modern Masters, what are the challenges that R&D faces to make a great limited environment?
Well, one of the hardest and most unique things about this format is it's all reprints. These are all cards from Magic's history that we brought together to make this format. So we couldn't put new cards in there to make everything kind of work together. So we had to do some really interesting things with the format. We kind of looked at different sets and pulled pieces together that could work together in odd and interesting ways.
The point of my deck is to kill you with Enter the Battlefield abilities.
My plan is to kill you with Rebels.
So my plan's pretty simple. I'm going to cast Kadama's Reach, draw a bunch of cards, cast Moloku, and win the game.
I'm going to charm them with good looks.
I'm playing blue-black control. I'm trying to win through removal and flyers and card drawing.
Human Ninja Gorilla, or Changelings.
Kill with Kiki Jiki Pestermite plus backup flyers.
If my opponents think my lands are harmless, they're in for a rude awakening.
With 4,490 other players eliminated, the finals of Grand Prix Las Vegas boiled down to the Bay Area SAT tutor Neil Oliver versus the bright young 20-year-old from Denver, Madison Jonas. In Game 1, Oliver's flying creatures unleashed an aggressive aerial assault on Jonas, and though Jonas might have taken the attackers captive with powerful Vidalcan shackles, the protective powers of Oliver's Glen Elendra Archmage ensured the shackles never even made it to the battlefield. Things didn't go much better for Jonas in Game 2 either, as he watched Oliver's tiny fairy sprite pick up a large, rusty axe and bludgeon him to death with several sickening blows. And thus, Neil Oliver became the champion of the largest Magic tournament ever held.
So, Neil, you lose the first round of this tournament, and then you think, oh my god, I have 0% chance of winning this tournament. But your buddies here convinced you to stay in it? I mean, how did that go down?
It didn't take much convincing, but we'll stick to that story. It's a great one.
So, you're an SAT tutor, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So, do your students know that you play Magic? Do they know how skilled you are in the ways of wizarding?
Some of them know that I play.
Are you going to tell them the story
Oh
of
yeah,
how you won this?
they'll have to know now.
Congratulations, Neil Oliver, the winner of Grand Prix Las Vegas. And when I woke up, I was sure there were spores on my legs and saplings under the covers, but it was just my cats pawing at me.
So do you think the stink drinker daredevil in your dream represents your relationship to Mark Rosewater?
How do you know about that? Did I tell you?
No, he did. And he demands a sacrifice.
This is just a dream. This is just a dream.
No, it's not.